Welcome to our step-by-step guide on universal credit, where we'll break down everything you need to know in simple terms so you can get the support you need. Before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Your support helps us bring you more helpful content. In this video, we'll take you through the basics of universal credit, who is eligible, and how to apply. By the end, you'll have a clear idea of what universal credit is and what steps you need to take. We'll also cover the different components of universal credit and how they can help with various aspects of your living costs. Finally, we'll talk about what to do if you encounter any issues during the process. Whether you're new to universal credit or just need a refresher, this guide will make it all easy to understand and follow. Universal credit is a benefit for people on low income or out of work. It replaces several other benefits, including job seekers allowance, housing benefit, and working tax credit. The goal is to simplify the benefit system and provide a single monthly payment. This payment can help with your living costs and rent. To apply for universal credit, you will need to go online and create an account. You will need an email address and some basic information like your national insurance number and bank details. The application process includes a few steps where you'll be asked about your living situation, income, and other personal details. Once you've submitted your application, you might need to attend an interview at your local Job Centre Plus. This is called a Claimant commitment meeting. During this meeting, you'll discuss your situation and agree on the steps you'll take to look for work or improve your earnings. Your universal credit payment is made up of a standard allowance and any extra amounts that apply to you. These extra amounts can be for things like having children, needing help with housing costs, or having a disability. The standard allowance depends on your age and whether you're single or in a couple. After you've applied, you'll need to wait around 5 weeks for your first payment. This includes a 1-month assessment period and up to 7 days for the payment to reach your account. If you are struggling financially during this time, you can ask for an advance payment. Note that this advance will need to be paid back in installments from your future payments. Universal credit is paid once a month directly into your bank, building society, or credit union account. If you live with someone as a couple and you both claim universal credit, you will receive a single payment that covers you both. If you have children, you may be eligible for extra amounts. This includes a child element for each child you are responsible for and additional amounts if your child has a disability. It's important to notify the DWP of any changes in your circumstances as soon as possible. For housing costs, universal credit can help with rent and some service charges. The amount you get will depend on your age, whether you are renting from a private landlord or social housing, and the local housing allowance rate in your area. You will usually need to pay your landlord directly. If you have a disability or health condition that affects your ability to work, you may get extra amounts. This could include the limited capability for work and work-related activity component. You might need to provide medical evidence and attend a work capability assessment. For those who are self-employed, universal credit works a bit differently. Your payment is based on your earnings and the minimum income floor. This is an assumed level of earnings that the DWP uses if you have been self-employed for more than 12 months. If you have savings or capital over $6,000, it can affect how much universal credit you get. Savings over $16,000 mean you won't be eligible at all. It's important to report all your savings and capital accurately when applying. Any changes in your circumstances can affect your universal credit payment. This includes changes to your income, living situation, health conditions, or family size. Keeping your online journal up to date is crucial to ensure you receive the correct amount. There are also work-related requirements that you might need to meet to keep getting universal credit. These can include looking for work, attending interviews, or taking part in training. Your work coach will help you understand what is expected of you and support you along the way. And that's it for the first part of our step-by-step guide to Universal Credit. Now let's go through some steps you need to follow to make the most out of Universal Credit. Step 1 is to gather all the necessary information before you start your application. This includes your national insurance number, bank details, and information about your income, rent, and savings. Having everything ready will make the process smoother. Step 2 is to create an account on the Universal Credit website. This will be your main point of contact with the DWP. Make sure to keep your login details safe and secure. Step 3 involves filling out the online application form. Take your time and answer all the questions accurately. Double-check your details to avoid any delays in processing your claim. Step 4 is to book and attend your initial interview at the Job Centre Plus. This is also known as your Claimant Commitment Meeting. Be prepared to discuss your circumstances and agree on a plan to look for work or increase your earnings. Step 5 is to wait for your first payment, which usually takes around 5 weeks. If you are in urgent need, you can request an advance payment. Remember, this advance will be deducted from your future payment. Step 6 is to keep your online journal up to date. Report any changes in your circumstances as soon as they happen. This ensures your Universal Credit payment is correct and avoids any overpayments or underpayment. Step 7 is to understand what work-related requirements apply to you. These could include job searching, attending interviews, or participating in training. Your work coach will guide you on what steps to take. Step 8 is to regularly review your claimant commitment with your work coach. This helps to make sure you are on track and making progress. If your situation changes, your claimant commitment can be adjusted accordingly. Before we move on to the rest of the video, if you are finding this helpful, please like, subscribe, and comment, as it really helps this video reach a wider audience. Here is an example of how Universal Credit made simple. Step-by-step guide can help someone. Meet Sarah, a single mum living in Manchester. She was struggling to manage her living costs after losing her job. Sarah decided to apply for Universal Credit to support her while she looked for new work. Sarah gathered all her information and created an account on the Universal Credit website. She filled out the application form accurately and booked her claimant commitment meeting. At the meeting, she discussed her situation and agreed on steps to find a new job. She kept her online journal updated and, after waiting 5 weeks, received her first payment. Sarah also requested an advance to help with her immediate needs. With the support of her work coach, she found a new job within a couple of months. If you are thinking of applying for Universal Credit, the first step is to gather all the necessary documents. Make sure you have your national insurance number, bank details, and information about your income and rent. This will make your application process much smoother. Next, create an account on the Universal Credit website and fill in the application form carefully. Once you have submitted your application, book your claimant commitment meeting. Be honest about your circumstances and agree on realistic steps to improve your situation. Keep your online journal updated and report any changes as soon as they happen. This will ensure that your payments are accurate and timely. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe. Your support is really helpful to us and would be greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching.